There was a time you used to dream clearly, but suddenly your nights became empty. This is not normal. You go to bed tired, you sleep deeply, yet you wake up with nothing, no visions, no messages, no dreams, no spiritual activity. Night after night, silence. What used to be a realm of revelation has become blank and powerless. This is not just stress. This is not ordinary fatigue. And this is not something to ignore. In the realm of the spirit, dreams are gateways. They are channels through which God speaks, warns, reveals, and directs destinies. When that channel suddenly shuts down, it means something has interfered. Many people don't realize that witches do not only attack your body or your finances, they target your dream life, because whoever controls your dreams can influence your direction, your discernment, and your future. In this video on Exposing Witchcraft TV, I will expose how witches steal your ability to dream, the spiritual strategies they use it to block, erase, and manipulate dream channels, and the dangerous consequences of living without spiritual dreams. Most importantly, you will learn how to recover your dream life, how to break these spiritual attacks, and how to restore divine communication while you sleep. If you have noticed your dreams disappearing, becoming confused, or turning dark and disturbing, this message is for you. Stay with me till the end, because what you are about to hear may explain what has been happening to you all along. The spiritual meaning and power of dreams. Dreams are not random pictures created by the mind. They are spiritual experiences that take place when the physical body rests and the spirit becomes more sensitive. When you sleep, your physical defenses are lowered, but your spirit becomes active. This is why dreams are one of the easiest ways the spiritual realm communicates with humans. Biblically and spiritually, dreams are channels of revelation. God used dreams to warn Joseph, direct Pharaoh, guide kings, and reveal future events. In the same way, darkness also understands the power of dreams. Any realm that wants to influence a person's destiny will first seek access to their dream life. Dreams function like a spiritual mirror. They reveal what is happening around you, ahead of you, and sometimes within you. Many dangers are exposed in dreams before they manifest physically. When dreams are clear, a person walks with discernment. When dreams are stolen, a person walks blindly. The night is not an empty time. Spiritually, night seasons are highly active. Coven meetings, spiritual transactions, destiny exchanges, and spiritual monitoring often take place at night. This is why sleep is a battleground. Whoever controls what happens to you at night can influence what manifests in your day. Dreams also serve as spiritual alarms. They alert you to attacks, traps, and hidden enemies. Some people avoided accidents, deaths, or betrayals simply because they saw it first in a dream. When your ability to dream is taken away, those alarms are silenced. Another purpose of dreams is spiritual instruction. Many people receive guidance, corrections, assignments, and confirmations while dreaming. When that channel is blocked, confusion increases. People begin making wrong decisions, entering wrong relationships, and missing divine timing without knowing why. This is why witches target dreams. They understand that if they cannot stop you physically, they can disarm you spiritually by cutting off your night vision. A person without dreams is easier to manipulate, easier to monitor, and easier to delay. When dreams disappear suddenly, it is often a sign of external interference, not a natural change, especially if you once dreamed frequently and clearly. Sudden silence in the dream realm usually means something has been tampered with. Some people still sleep but wake up exhausted, heavy, or confused. This happens when spiritual activity occurred, but the memory or access to the dream was blocked. The spirit participated, but the conscious mind was denied the message. Understanding the power of dreams is the first step to defending them. Until you value your dream life, you will not protect it. And until you protect it, it remains vulnerable. In the next section, we will expose the clear signs that your ability to dream is under attack, signs many people are experiencing without realizing the spiritual cause. Signs your ability to dream is under attack. One of the clearest signs your dream life is under attack is sudden dreamlessness. You used to dream often, sometimes clearly, sometimes symbolically, but now, no matter how long or deeply you sleep, you wake up with nothing. This kind of sudden silence does not happen naturally. It usually indicates a spiritual interruption. Another sign is repeated: empty sleep. You sleep for many hours, yet it feels like time disappeared. No memory, no images, no emotions. Spiritually, this suggests that your night experiences are being erased or blocked from reaching your conscious mind. Some people still dream, but the dreams are confused, blurry, or fragmented. The message feels incomplete, distorted, or meaningless. This happens when the dream channel is interfered with, the signal is tampered with before it reaches you clearly. A very dangerous sign is constant exhaustion after sleep. You go to bed tired and wake up even more tired. This indicates that spiritual activity occurred at night, but instead of receiving rest or revelation, your energy was drained. This is often linked to spiritual interference in the dream realm. Another sign is loss of spiritual sensitivity. When dreams are attacked, discernment during the day weakens. You begin missing red flags, trusting the wrong people, or walking into situations you would normally sense and avoid. This is because dreams sharpen spiritual awareness. Some experience repeated dark or oppressive dreams, being chased, trapped, attacked, muted, or unable to scream. These dreams are not random. They indicate attempts to intimidate or silence your spiritual voice and authority. Others notice memory blockage upon waking. You know you dreamed, you feel it strongly, but the moment you wake up, everything disappears. This is a clear sign of dream theft. The experience happened, but the access to it was stolen. Sudden changes in your night routine can also be a sign. Frequent night awakenings, unusual fear at night, strange sensations during sleep, or discomfort sleeping alone often accompany dream attacks. The enemy tries to disrupt peace to gain access. When dream attacks persist, people often experience delay and stagnation in life without understanding why. Direction becomes unclear. Progress slows. Favor reduces. This happens because dreams often carry instructions and warnings needed for advancement. If several of these signs describe your experience, it is not coincidence. It means your dream life has become a target. But recognizing the attack is not meant to create fear. It is meant to awaken you. In the next section, we will expose how witches actually steal the ability to dream and the strategies they use in the spirit realm. Ways witches steal the ability to dream without you noticing. One of the primary ways witches steal the ability to dream is by blocking the spiritual gateway of the mind. Dreams pass through the mind before reaching your awareness. When this gateway is spiritually tampered with, dreams may still occur in the spirit, but they never reach your memory. This creates the illusion that nothing happened, when in reality, something did. Another method is through night monitoring and observation. In the spirit realm, some people are closely monitored while they sleep. When a dream begins to form, especially one carrying revelation, warning, or instruction, it is intercepted and suppressed. The goal is to stop you from receiving divine insight before it becomes actionable. Witches also attack dreams by introducing spiritual heaviness before sleep. This can manifest as sudden anxiety, restlessness, fear, or mental overload at night. When the mind is spiritually burdened, it becomes difficult for clear dreams to form, allowing interference to dominate the night experience. Another strategy is dream substitution. Instead of stopping dreams completely, false or meaningless dreams are introduced. These dreams are repetitive, confusing, or emotionally draining, but carry no revelation. Over time, the person stops paying attention to dreams altogether, believing they are useless. Some dream attacks occur through spiritual agreements formed unknowingly. This may come through fear, repeated negative confessions, or exposure to spiritually polluted environments. Once access is granted, dream channels become vulnerable, allowing consistent interference night after night. Witches also use spiritual erasure, where the dream happens fully, but the memory is wiped immediately upon waking. The person may wake with a strange feeling, heavy, emotional, or uneasy, yet unable to recall anything specific. This tactic ensures the message never reaches conscious understanding. Another method involves draining spiritual strength during sleep. When spiritual energy is weakened at night, the spirit becomes less active, making dreams shallow or absent. This is why some people wake up feeling as though they fought battles all night without knowing why. Dream theft can also happen through disruption of spiritual peace. Frequent awakenings, sudden noises, or unexplained discomfort during sleep are used to fragment the dream cycle. When dreams are constantly interrupted, they cannot complete their purpose. In more advanced attacks, destiny-related dreams are targeted specifically. Ordinary dreams may still occur, but dreams connected to direction, warning, or breakthrough are blocked. This keeps a person alive and functional, yet spiritually stagnant and directionless. The ultimate goal of stealing dreams is to blind the future. A person without dreams lacks foresight, discernment, and preparation. But this strategy only works when the attack remains hidden. In the next section, we will expose what happens to a person's life when the ability to dream is stolen, and why this condition is extremely dangerous if ignored. What happens when your ability to dream is stolen? When the ability to dream is stolen, the first major consequence is loss of spiritual direction. Dreams often provide guidance, warnings, and confirmations that help a person navigate life correctly. Without dreams, decisions are made blindly, and people begin to move without clarity, often entering paths they were meant to avoid. Another result is spiritual vulnerability. Dreams serve as a protective system, alerting you to dangers before they manifest physically. When this system is shut down, attacks that could have been prevented are allowed to progress unchecked, because the early warnings never came. The absence of dream also leads to confusion and misalignment. People begin to feel lost internally, unsure of their purpose, calling, or next step. Even prayer can feel dry because the night season where many answers are delivered has been compromised. When dreams are stolen, discernment weakens. You may find yourself trusting the wrong people, ignoring red flags, or staying in harmful environments longer than you should. This happens because dreams often expose hidden intentions and unseen realities. Another effect is delay in destiny. Many instructions needed for progress are released through dreams. When those instructions are blocked, life slows down. Effort increases, but results decrease, creating frustration and stagnation without an obvious cause. Loss of dreams also affects spiritual authority. A person who does not receive revelation becomes easier to manipulate spiritually. Without insight, it is harder to stand firm, pray accurately, or resist subtle attacks aimed at weakening faith and confidence. Emotionally, people may experience unexplainable heaviness. Even after rest, there is a lingering sense of burden, sadness, or restlessness. This is because the spirit was active at night but returned without clarity, resolution, or peace. Over time, this condition can lead to spiritual silence, where God's voice feels distant. Not because God stopped speaking, but because one of the channels of communication has been interfered with. This creates frustration and doubt if not understood spiritually. When dream loss continues unchecked, people may begin to accept it as normal. This is dangerous, because what is abnormal becomes familiar. The enemy succeeds when people stop questioning spiritual abnormalities in their lives. Understanding what happens when dreams are stolen is meant to awaken urgency, not fear, because whatever can be attacked can also be restored. In the next section, we will expose who is most targeted for dream theft and why certain people are attacked more than others. Who is most targeted for dream theft and why? Not everyone is targeted equally when it comes to dream theft. Those who are most attacked are people with spiritual sensitivity. If you naturally perceive things deeply, sense spiritual atmospheres, or used to receive clear dreams, your dream life is valuable in the spirit realm, and that makes it a target. People with strong destinies or future assignments are often monitored at night. Long before physical success appears, the spirit realm recognizes potential. When witches cannot stop a person openly, they attempt to interfere quietly by attacking the dream channel where direction and preparation are released. Those who once had consistent or prophetic dreams are highly targeted. The sudden disappearance of dreams after a season of clarity is rarely accidental. It often means your dream life was producing insight that became dangerous to opposing forces. Individuals going through transition seasons, marriage, relocation, ministry growth, career shifts, or spiritual elevation are frequent targets. During transitions, dreams are critical for guidance. Blocking them increases the chances of wrong decisions and delayed progress. People who are beginning to pray more seriously or grow spiritually may experience dream attacks. This happens because increased spiritual awareness threatens hidden operations. Dream theft becomes a defensive strategy to slow down spiritual momentum. Those who are emotionally wounded, exhausted, or under prolonged pressure are also vulnerable. Spiritual fatigue weakens night defenses, making it easier for interference to occur. This does not mean they are weak, it means they are overloaded. Children and young people are not excluded. In fact, many dream attacks begin early, especially for children with strong spiritual potential. When dreams are disrupted early, discernment and spiritual confidence are weakened over time. People surrounded by spiritually hostile environments, constant negativity, witchcraft exposure, ungodly atmospheres, or unclean spiritual influences are more likely to experience dream theft. Night attacks often reflect what surrounds a person during the day. Those who carry family destinies or generational breakthroughs are targeted because stopping one person can delay an entire lineage. Dream theft becomes a way to limit vision, direction, and courage to confront inherited battles. Being targeted does not mean defeat. It means value. The enemy does not attack what is empty. Understanding why you are targeted helps you shift from confusion to understanding. In the next section, we will reveal the specific objects, patterns, and spiritual tools used to enforce dream theft and keep the dream realm locked. Tools and patterns used to enforce dream theft. One common tool used to enforce dream theft is spiritual distraction before sleep. This happens when the mind is flooded with worry, fear, anger, or overthinking at night. When the mind is unsettled, the spirit finds it harder to transition into a receptive dream state, creating an opening for interference. Another pattern is the use of repetitive night cycles. Some people notice they wake up at the same strange hours every night, especially between deep sleep phases. This repetition is not accidental. It disrupts the completion of dream sequences and weakens the continuity of spiritual revelation. Dream theft is also enforced through spiritual pollution. This includes exposure to unclean content, violent imagery, immoral environments, or spiritually toxic conversations before sleep. These influences linger in the atmosphere of the mind and contaminate the dream channel. Some attacks are reinforced through objects of spiritual association. Certain items connected to fear, past trauma, ungodly covenants, or negative memories can become points of spiritual attachment. When these objects remain close during sleep, they serve as access points for interference. Another pattern is false rest. The body sleeps, but the spirit remains under pressure. This produces deep sleep without renewal, dreams without recall, and rest without restoration. Over time, this condition weakens spiritual alertness and makes dream theft feel normal. Witches also rely on emotional leakage. Unresolved bitterness, grief, guilt, or unforgiveness can open doors at night. These emotional states weigh heavily on the spirit, lowering resistance and making the dream realm easier to tamper with. Some people experience dream theft through sound and atmosphere manipulation. Sudden noises, unexplained disturbances, or constant background sound can prevent the mind from entering the deeper stages of sleep where meaningful dreams occur. A powerful enforcement method is habitual spiritual neglect. When prayer, reflection, or spiritual awareness before sleep disappears, night defenses weaken. This does not mean long prayers are required, but intentional spiritual covering is often missing. Another pattern is replacement with physical exhaustion. When life becomes non-stop work, stress, and activity, the spirit has no quiet space to function. Exhaustion becomes a cover under which dream attacks continue unnoticed. These tools work best when they remain unidentified. Once exposed, their power weakens. Awareness begins the process of resistance. In the next section, we will focus on how to break dream theft and begin restoring your ability to dream clearly again. How to break dream theft and restore your ability to dream. The first step to breaking dream theft is recognition and intention. You must consciously acknowledge that your dream life matters and decide to protect it. What you ignore, you cannot defend. Once you place value on your dream life, spiritual resistance begins to rise. Restoring dreams starts with reclaiming the night season. The night is not neutral. It must be dedicated intentionally. Before sleep, speak peace over your mind and body. This simple act of authority helps reset the spiritual atmosphere surrounding your rest. Another key step is cleansing the mind before sleep. Release the events of the day, stress, anger, fear, and distractions. A cluttered mind blocks clarity. When the mind is quiet, the spirit can communicate more freely. Consistent spiritual covering before sleep is essential. This does not require long rituals. Even a short, focused prayer creates a boundary around your night. It signals that your dream realm is not open to interference. Breaking dream theft also involves emotional healing. Unresolved wounds weaken night defenses. Forgiveness, release, and inner restoration strengthen the spirit, making it harder for dream channels to be blocked. Another powerful step is removing objects or habits that disturb spiritual peace. Pay attention to what surrounds you when you sleep. Sometimes restoration begins with simple adjustments that remove hidden access points. Speaking positive spiritual declarations before sleep helps realign the mind and spirit. What you declare consistently shapes what you experience. Over time, these declarations help reopen blocked dream channels. Patience is important. Dream restoration is often progressive, not instant. At first, dreams may return faintly or in fragments. Do not dismiss them. Clarity increases as consistency is maintained. Keeping a posture of spiritual awareness during the day strengthens night vision. Dreams are clearer when the spirit is alert. What you nurture in the day often reflects in the night. Restoration of dreams is not just about seeing images again, it is about restoring divine communication and spiritual clarity. In the final section, we will seal this teaching with closing insights, restoration prayers, and a call to action to secure your dream life going forward. At this point, it is important to understand that the loss of dreams was never meant to be permanent. Anything that can be stolen can also be recovered. Dream theft only works when it goes unchallenged. The moment light enters the situation, restoration becomes possible. Your dream life is not a luxury. It is a spiritual communication system. When it is restored, clarity returns, direction sharpens, and peace begins to replace confusion. Many people notice changes in their daily decisions even before dreams fully return because spiritual order is being reestablished. Now, take a moment to intentionally disconnect your night season from every form of interference. Refuse fear. Refuse confusion. Refuse spiritual silence. What you permit consistently will shape your spiritual experience. Let us move into a moment of restoration prayer. As you listen, align your heart and agree in faith. Every power that has interfered with my dream life, I revoke your access. Every stolen revelation, instruction, and warning be restored. I reclaim my night season in clarity and peace. Declare again with authority. My mind is clear. My spirit is alert. My sleep is protected. My dreams are restored. These declarations are not empty words, they are acts of spiritual alignment. As you continue praying in the coming days, expect gradual restoration. Do not rush the process or doubt the small signs. Even one clear dream is evidence that the channel is reopening. Pay attention to changes in how you wake up. Peace, clarity, or sudden understanding can be signs that restoration has already begun, even before full dream recall returns. Guard what is restored. What God reopens must be protected intentionally. Maintain spiritual awareness before sleep, and do not return casually to habits that once weakened your night defenses. If this message has explained what you've been experiencing, know that you are not alone. Many are waking up to the reality of spiritual night battles, and exposure is the beginning of freedom. If this teaching blessed you, support the mission of exposing Witchcraft TV by liking this video, sharing it with someone who needs clarity, and subscribing to stay spiritually informed. Comment below. My dreams are restored as a declaration of faith, and let this be the beginning of a renewed night season in your life.